Okay, today I am going to give you 4 books that I think every parent needs to read. We're raising our kids in a digital landscape. We need to understand how these devices are affecting our kids. So I'm going to try to do all 4 books within 2 minutes. Here we go. First one, The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt. He's a psychologist, so he argues that kids have come from a play-based childhood, which is how our brains develop, to a screen-based childhood. And we had this whole generation of cotton wool parenting where we just didn't allow our kids to take risks in the real world, but we put no boundaries in the online world. So super overprotected in the real world, not really protected on the online world, and has created a generation of anxious and depressed children. He also has graphs in there that show that when social media was first introduced and kids started using it, the levels of depression and anxiety just skyrocketed. So this is one of those books that every parent needs to read. Next one, Glow Kids by Dr. Nicholas Kardaras. If you've been along to one of my talks, you would have heard me quote him quite a bit. This is really understanding, like he's a addiction expert, so he works with kids who are addicted to gaming and social media, and he really breaks down the brain science as to why our kids get so addicted so easily, what's really going on in their brains with all the dopamine and the rest of it, and why it's so hard for our kids to quit, and why they have all these tantrums and all this other stuff when we just take it away. Highly recommend Glow Kids. Okay, the next one is The Whole Brain Child. This is one I wish I had when my kids were a lot younger, because, it's got it written right in the front, 12 proven strategies to nurture your child's developing mind, and it is amazing. It takes you through the different stages of brain development, teach you how to build a child with empathy, with resilience, problem-solving skills. Like, there's certain things that happen in their brains at certain ages, and if we understand that, we can help nurture that, and that is an amazing tool to have in our arsenal to help develop our child's brains. Okay, so the next one is Teen Brain by David Gillespie. Now, I found this really fascinating because there's loads of really just good common sense stuff. He writes in a way that's just because he's a journalist, and he basically did a deep dive into all this. It's a really easy read, and it kind of helped me understand a lot of why teen brains are kind of wired the way that they're wired, and how we can help kind of lower that anxiety and depression by changing some of the fundamental things that we're doing with our kids. So those are the 4 books that I highly recommend to every parent, depending on the age of where your child is at. Our kids are navigating the online world alone, in the dark, because we're not there. We don't understand what's happening. They're facing all sorts of stuff online that we have no idea about. We need to understand their brains, their development stages, and what we can do so that we raise children who are full of resilience and courage and can go out into the world full of purpose and belonging. I hope that's been helpful. Ka kite anō.